So there was just a huge hit on the skylight thing, on the fan. A huge hit. It's windy. They want to make sure the whole vehicle's chocked full of it. And they're out there. See, I put it in the GPS, but since they're on my phone, then they get here before I do. So there was some cackling fucking. It's funny how you listen to some people laugh and they just sound fucking evil. You know? Like some people have a joyous laugh that makes you feel good, that, you're like, yay, fun. And some people laugh and it just sounds like a fucking witch cackling and fucking, you know, just sounds fucking evil. And that's what I heard over there. It was just a car. Didn't even see a tent or anything, because they don't need it. They'll be in here. They'll have people pull up, you know. But yeah, as soon as I fucking lay down, I can feel it inside my nostrils. And what's interesting about this, what I believe to be isoflurane, is that when it starts to enter the body like this, but you're not being anesthetized to like go to sleep for surgery or something normal, and you're awake, and something like me, I've got now 6 shots of espresso in my body. Um, the pains from what they do start to get amplified. Like, certain parts of my body just start aching and aching and aching. And that's definitely from having the isoflurane in the system, and then you've got the caffeine, and they're just battling each other. So, see, I'm trying to pick a way to keep the window open, some sort of air to keep coming in to sort of diffuse the amount of isoflurane, because that's what happens. If you look it up, isoflurane works in the way that you change the amount of oxygen in whatever the person's breathing, and you flood more with the isoflurane. That's how you reverse it too, is then you give the person more oxygen, and then they wake up. And every audio recording that I have of her inside my homes, the RV, wherever I've been, hotel rooms, she turns on equipment. So she does something to keep me out for the hours and hours that they have me, depending on how long. And she's starting to shorten it, because I'll wake up in the evening time or throughout, at certain times. But like last night, I had an alarm set on my phone that was right next to my head. I had it set for like every 20 to 30 minutes. So, and from 10 o'clock till, 7 o'clock this morning, I didn't wake up at all. No alarm woke me up. Nothing woke me up. And they all got turned off. I didn't turn them off, obviously, because I would remember that. Because I do remember when that does happen, when I'm still not quite knocked out and they're going off, and I turn them off because I'm still awake and they're not in here yet. So, but yeah, I'm back here, and the camp host, I'm guessing, knows 100% what's going on here. He had a visitor the first night that I was here, and they were laughing away, and I'm sure that's what they do, see? And this is funny, when I reported the rape to the police this morning, the rape that just happened, and I was wrong. I wasn't in Washington State. I didn't forget, but I don't really know. But I guess I was still in Oregon, Astoria, Oregon. And when I'm reporting it to them, I'm like, yeah, so they just call ahead to these camp hosts, and let them know, like, don't bother, don't make whatever they fucking gotta say. If they're good enough, then I'm gonna come into your place. That's how these guys operate. And it's funny that the police don't know that. But yet you talk to anybody that's like a motorcycle gang guy or any sort of gang member or something like that. They know very well how this all operates. They know very well that they make phone calls. They know very well that they network. You know, they have a very, very big network. And it's just, it's just super pathetic and sad. And in all honesty, it just proves the fact that the police are so, so far behind on the reality of the situation, and they either don't know or they're just like faking the funk. Another thing I'm going to note is you see those stereo things? That one doesn't have a cover to it. So last night I noticed that they were going tink and then the gas was going. And then tink and then the gas was going. So what's so pathetic and sad about this whole situation is that there's a plethora of proof and evidence, like right here in this RV. Her DNA, their fucking the drug itself, they're however they're releasing it inside, it's all here. But there's nobody to look at it. And for everybody calling me nuts, go fuck yourself. Like seriously, because you don't have any clue how these people operate then. I would say that the people that get on here that call me crazy are one of two people. Ignorant, stupid, naive motherfuckers that have never come across these kinds of people in your life, which, there you go, you're lucky. That's a good thing. Yet. You never come across them yet. Or you're a fucking member of them and you're trying to fucking spread fucking gaslighting, rumor, bullshit. Because that's the whole game. I'm crazy. But, the recent media stuff with Marilyn Manson, I mean, that dude had me fooled. I mean, he was on one of the fucking documentaries that I love, Michael Moore's documentary, and I mean, I saw him and fuck, that motherfucker had me fooled. I don't really know his music. He did a thing with DMX. I knew that because I used to love rap and all that shit, but I don't anymore because it's really stupid. But yeah, it's like, like, that guy had me fooled, but for decades he's been raping and torturing fucking women. And you're going to sit here and say that this can't happen to me, really? But it can happen to people who are rich and famous. Like a woman who was on one of the biggest shows that's been in the last how many years, Game of Thrones. While she's on the show, this is happening to her. And and she didn't make it, like, she didn't tell anyone, and I bet you anything in part because she didn't want to not be believed, and then she didn't want to be blacklisted. She didn't, it's a whole litany of shit that victims have to fucking go through. So anybody fucking saying shit, you're full of fucking shit, and you've never been victimized. You've never fucking been victimized. You've never had to deal with this shit. You have no idea what it's like. You have no idea what you're up against. You have no idea how you have to deal with stuff. You don't have any idea how manipulative and controlling, and like the people I'm dealing with, they're criminals. They know the system. They know what they can do, what they can't do. Like today, the cop was like, well, how come you didn't call the cops when you were up there and they all came up there and everything? Because why? Because they have a right to be on that road just as much as I do. And at that point, I'm awake and they're tossing fucking toxins at me, but do I have proof of that? No. So, what are you going to say to me? You're going to say, well, these people have a right to come up here? You know what I mean? Like, I've been down this road. I've been told that someone can follow me around, like literally follow me everywhere I go, and I can call the cops and say, hey, this person's been sitting outside my house for 2 hours, And what will the cops say? Well, it's not illegal to park there, is it? Nope. Well, then, what can I do? Nothing. So don't fucking, you don't know shit. So you're either fucking one of them, which then, again, go fuck yourself, or you're fucking stupid. And you don't know these people, and you don't know anything about this situation, and you don't know anything what it's like to be a victim. How can women who are rich, famous, known, and all that shit, how come they don't come forward? Huh? Because of people like you. That's why. Because the ignorant motherfuckers that think they fucking know. That think they're going to fucking call a woman crazy, and that's going to be the end of it and be done. So, maybe rapists that want to just make sure that their other rape friends, Because I'm sure any rapist watching all my videos are like, whoa, what's this about? Isoflurane? Hey, I think I'll try that too. Sadly. But, that's the way it goes. you know? So, that's life.